So I've had this Chefman fryguy deep fryer for a while now, for some months, and I've never used it. And the only reason I bought it is because I was at the grocery outlet one day. So in it is the instructions, the manual. But I was at grocery outlet and I bought this thing for $10, you guys. $10. So I will. Sorry, y'all. I want to look around. It's okay though. Y'all know. I'm in the house today. My off day. And I was gonna fry some chicken. And I was I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a minute. I was cleaning up a little, and when I went under my sink cabinet for the cleaning stuff, seen this little guy. It's so cute. Look at this. So there's nothing else in the box. So freaking cute. Look how compact it is. I could literally keep this on my countertop, like right here. Well, where I got the phone sitting, y'all can't see that. So, like I said, the manual, the top says, caution, hot oil, handle with extreme care, letting you know that this is going to be hot. We have the power cord. Says caution, do not immerse in liquid. When you're cleaning this guy right here, do not put this in. Oh, and it says this side up, because I would have thought that the caution side would go up, but let's see it. Doesn't have to. I don't think this is rocket science. Yeah. Is this supposed to be like magnetized? Oh. So there's this little thing on there right here, and I believe that's there to protect those. It's a little magnet, little piece of metal. This is magnetized, so you guys see, you don't even have to press it in. It like sticks. It's a magnet. So I believe that was for protection. This is a very, you will only be able to put a very small amount of food in here because look at the basket. But then we also know that we do not have to use the basket for large objects. So we have the handle, and you see these prongs right here. See these right here? These little holes that go in. What you'll have to do is squeeze the handle in like that. Put one side in. Squeeze the other side in. And it has this holder. So when you take it out, you can sit right here and let the grease drain. When you're using this, you won't have to feel. I'll show you guys the whole inside. It's only the size of my hand. So when you're using this, you don't have to feel the inside up full of grease, because as you see, this much is left. So you can put the grease on there when you're done. Put that right there and let it strain. Little handles. Kind of reminds me of a little crock pot. So the front, 250, 300, 350, 375. Dang, that's not very high. So, turn it left to turn it off. Turn it right to turn it on. And this right here is letting you know that the outside of this will get hot. It feels like aluminum, but I mean, it was $10, guys. It was $10. So, let's see. I want to let you guys know how to clean it in case you get it. And I wanted to know, I was trying to let you guys know the size of it, but it doesn't say it anywhere. The actual internal size. So it says cool touch stainless steel exterior. I guess they put that warning on there just to be on the safe side. Easy to clean, non-stick coating. So as you guys see, there is a non-stick coating in here. 4.5 cup capacity. So you can fill this up to 4.5 cups of liquid. I wouldn't recommend filling it up because remember, when you put your food in here, it's going to overflow. Temperature control, easily adjust for faster frying. Let's see. Cleaning instructions. That's the only thing I wanted to get to. So it should come with a lid, housing, temperature control. These are the features. Temperature control, power indicator, handles, fry basket handle, and of course the power cord. Before using your fryer for the first time, wash pot and basket thoroughly. So you can wash this whole pot, even though this is here. And that's probably why it's magnetized. So I would recommend making sure this is completely dry. Don't wash it and then attach the electrical cord and use it. Dry it off very well. Make sure this is dry. Maybe let it sit for a while. Wash the pot and basket thoroughly with warm, soapy water. Carefully dry pot to maintain the good aesthetic appearance. Do not use fryer without oil or fat. Fryer will be severely damaged if heated dry. This fryer has a thermal safety device. In case of thermostat failure, the electrical circuit has an automatic cutout, thus preventing overheating. Should the fryer leak, do not use it. Return it to the place of purchase to ensure safe operation. Excessive food or utensils must not be inserted into the fryer. So you do not want to use a fork to grab your things and stuff, because first of all, you don't want to mess up the coating and risk when you're not using the basket. Oh, and on the inside, it has a level, and it tells you where the minimum level. You guys can't see it. You can see the little lines, but next to those lines it says like minimum and maximum. So the minimal is, of course, if you're using the basket. Maximum is if you want to just use this. Let's see. We already did the assembly. I already showed you guys how to do that. Cleaning and maintaining. The power supply must be disconnected before cleaning. Cool the oil completely. Oil or fat retains its temperature for a long while after use. Do not attempt to move or carry the fryer while it is still hot. Oil can be reused several times, getting the maximum use from your fryer by always having it ready for use. One way of doing this is to keep the cooled and strained It doesn't make sense. I know I'm not reading that incorrectly. You guys see that? One way of doing this is to keep the cooled. I just wanted y'all to see I'm not done. Oil should be filtered after each use. So you can reuse the oil as it's saying. Just drain it. After draining the oil, the fryer should be wiped out with absorbent paper, then with the damp cloth and a little dish soap, and finally with the dry cloth. So you don't want to just, you want to pour the oil out into something. Once it's cool, I suggest while you're pouring it, you put the strainer there so it could already grab all the food and you don't do the same job twice. Wipe it out with a paper towel to get the excess oil. So that once you put this in your dishwater or whatever, it's not just, you know. And I wouldn't really submerge this. I would just get this in the dishwater to clean it out. Rinse it out. Be mindful of this, even though they say it can get wet. I would be mindful. Once again, it was $10. And even if you paid more for yours, if they're selling it somewhere for $10, then wipe the outside off. After draining the oil, the fryer should be wiped out, blah, blah, blah. I did all that. To avoid damage, no abrasive or sharp instruments. Don't use a scrubber or anything like that. No Brillo pads. The exterior should be cleaned with a damp cloth. Never use abrasive. The basket can be washed in warm or soapy water. Warm soapy water. Clean the lid to ensure the ventilation vents are not blocked. So, you see these little openings? They're ventilation blocks. To release some of the steam, I'm guessing. Use only metal kitchen utensils with insulated handles in hot oil. So what that means is sometimes we have rubber tongs, plastic tongs. No, they're talking about the ones that are metal, but the outside is covered with a piece of rubber. Those are insulated. So, I mean, I know you guys know what insulated means, but maybe you didn't know what that utensil is. Select the temperature for frying while taking into account the food to be cooked. As a general guide, foods that have been pre-cooked need a higher temperature and less cooking time than those foods which are completely raw. Always add the required amount of oil to the deep fryer before switching the power on. Before putting the power on, have your oil in there. The product will be severely damaged if heated dry. They keep saying this. Warning, do not exceed the maximum mark with oil. This product must be filled with the oil to correct mark levels. Solid oil products such as butter, margarine, or animal fats of any kind should not be used in the deep fryer as they increase the chance of a fire hazard. You're building heat inside of an electric device. It's already dangerous. Never add any water or other liquid to hot oil. Even small amounts of water will cause the oil to splatter. Water and oil do not mix. So, this is a good learning lesson. And make sure your children that you allow to cook, your teenagers and stuff, know this. Make sure that they know you cannot put water on a grease fire. Please tell your children this. Tell everyone this, because I've seen adults do it. If we're frying in a pan, frying some bacon or something, and maybe the grease pops out and a flame comes up. Or we're frying with some cooking oil and the grease overflows and a flame pops up. And people pour water. Oh my God. They panic, pour water. Boom. Fire. Water ignites oil when it's on fire. So you want a dry solution. Even if you have a fire extinguisher, not all fire extinguishers are meant for oil fires. You have to look on the side. It will have the A, B, it will have how much is left in there, expiration date, and what you can use this fire on. It will say specifically what this fire extinguisher is for. So if you have a fire extinguisher in your kitchen and it's not for oils, please take it out so that in the panic, someone does not use it on an oil fire. Put it in the hall for a regular fire. Put a fire extinguisher in your kitchen that can cover oils, gas, from the stove, anything that's in the kitchen. The deep fryer will generate a lot of heat and steam during and after cooking. To prevent the risk of burns, do not touch or block the steam ventilation. Take care when opening the lid. The product generates heat and steam at a high temperature, which will escape immediately when the lid is open. Avoid touching hot surfaces. Extreme caution must be used when moving a product containing hot oil, other hot liquids, or hot foods of any type. In the back, notes. Can be a safety hazard, so make sure. So what I'm going to do is clean this buddy up. Chefman. I'm going to clean her up. I'm going to clean her up. And I got some chicken legs that I wanted to fry today. And I said, I want to use my little... Let's see how long this is, because where I want to store it, the plug is over the stove and that won't reach. So the cord is not that long, which is good too, because that's a safety hazard as well. I'll say it's about almost 2 feet. Might be 2 feet. I don't think it's a complete 2 feet. I'm going to clean this out. I'm going to be back, put some oil in it, get the temperature up, and be back. And I'm going to put the chicken in while you guys are watching so we can see how this cooks. I'll be back. Okay, so we're back. I'm back. So the box and then pamphlet is alive. The outside of this is extremely hot. I have it on 375. I really don't know what to put it on. I wish they would have had a booklet to tell you or something. Something else I didn't notice, that right here they have, in case you want to use the tongs. I'm not using it. Even this top is hot. Everything about this system is hot, and it is letting off so much heat. It feels like I have my oven on. Like I feel all the heat coming out. So the grease is not boiling or anything as if it would when I put it in the skillet on the stove. I don't know if it ever will. I don't know if it stays like this and it doesn't boil until you put something in it. So I'm just gonna start. So I'm making some fried chicken, you guys. Oh yeah. And when I put it in there, it's nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. So, let's see how many pieces of chicken we can get in there. I'm going to show you the size of these chicken legs. It is popping. This is 2. And I didn't put the basket in because I'm using a big piece of meat that I can take out easily. I would put the basket in if I was doing it for something small. Only thing being that it is so small, the pieces I put in first will be hard to get to. But we'll figure it out. 3. I believe we could get 4 in here. I don't know if it's going to be okay that they're just laying on top of each other. I have never used a deep fryer in my life, you guys. Now, I reuse grease. Some people don't. But I don't reuse cooking oil that I cook meat in. I will reuse it if I'm cooking like French fries or frying some vegetables or something like that. But I don't reuse. Now this is something they said do not use metal. So I'm just scooting this one piece of chicken over and it's right at the top. 4 is the max. So I will show you guys. You can see the chicken. Ooh. You can see the chicken peeking out the top a little. So I'm going to put the top on it. Let it cook some. And see the steam coming up out the top. So we'll see. Alright, be back. So I'm back. I'm trying to guess if the chicken is done because I don't know. I don't have a temperature thing. I don't know how the internal is of the chicken. So what I'm going to do is take one out. And they're using their basket though to grease up. That chicken do look nice though. But I'm going to cut into it so we can see what this thing do. Okay, so it is, I didn't even look at what time I put it in, but it's not done. So the middle still has a bit of red. I assumed that since it was in a deep fryer that it was gonna cook faster. So I'm gonna just let that sit in there. Get that. Do that. So I took this chicken out already. I had to take it out because I was doing something. So I didn't get to take it out on camera. But got this chicken ready with less pieces because now I only have 2 pieces in there. It cooks quicker. So I ended up having to turn it down because, y'all see, and this has only been in there for like 30 minutes. This is actually in there for like 40, no, for like 35, and I think this been in for like 10 minutes. I don't know, y'all, shit. I'll turn it next time. But, yeah, I just have to make sure my chicken is done always good. And it's not. So what I am going to do though, because I'm making it like with a spicy sauce on it, it's still going to go in the oven. So it's going to cook some more. I'm just going to make like a spicy butter sauce and pour it over it. So it could be like that, that chicken at not Popeyes, at KFC, not the Georgia Gold, the hot one. I can't think of the name of it, but I'm just being creative. I don't even really know how to do it. I'm just gonna do it. But y'all see how the thing works. $10. You can fry your food and walk away. Get it like a crock pot. I'll show y'all a picture of the chicken once it's done with the sauce that I was talking about. And if y'all want to see more pictures, then y'all can go on my Instagram channel. Beastyful Beauty is BESTY_BEAUTY. Yeah. Alright, I hope I have a good day.